more personal. Already engaging with you, as well as set goals for what you want that audience to look like in the future and alter your advertisements accordingly. And finally, how do you know if you're being successful? It's really important to keep track of how your ads are performing and make sure that you can make the right alterations in the future depending on which types of ads are performing better. And the brains behind everything we'll be talking about today is the Ads Manager tool. So this Ads Manager is your one-stop shop for setting your budget, your audience, where you want your ad to be seen, as well as creating the ad itself. So whatever photos and videos you want your audience to see. To give a better overview of what this Ads Manager looks like, here's a short clip.
Your business keeps you busy and on the go. So now, with the Ads Manager app available on iOS, we've made it easy to create your Facebook ads on a mobile device and manage them wherever you are. So you can reach all the people who matter to your business when they use Facebook. With just a few taps, you can track results on the go, stop and start ads, edit your ad budget and schedule, and get important notifications. To download the app, go to the Apple App Store. And to learn more about Facebook ads, visit this URL.
Great. I just wanted to add that in the interest of time, I'm going to ask that you hold all of your questions until the end. I know everyone has one more session to get to today. Maybe you want to stop by some of the booths. If you come up to me after and introduce yourself, I'm more than happy to answer any question that you have to the best of my ability. That being said, I would love to ask you all a question and hear what some of your business goals are. So you can just shout out whether it's bringing traffic to your web page, boosting sales, awareness, leads. I'd love to hear some of them.
All of them.
Traffic, sales.
All of them.
Awesome.
All of them.
So many different business goals going on in here. So when you're thinking about your business goal, the first thing you have to do when you're actually creating your ad in the Ads Manager is set this objective. Now, a lot of the goals that I heard in the audience here are represented as objectives that you can see on the screen. And these are all broken down into 3 different categories. So we have awareness, consideration, and conversions. And as we walk through each of these, I want you to think of them in terms of a marketing funnel, or moving from a larger group of Facebook users all the way down to those people who matter the most to your business and who will likely make that conversion, or make that purchase, or register for that event. And the way that the Ads Manager is broken down is first by setting this objective, and then at the ad set level, which is where you select your audience, your placements, as well as your budget, and finally the individual ad level, which is where you upload that copy, whatever link, photo, or video you want your followers to see. But starting at that top level, the objective level, let's say that your business goal is to raise awareness. So you might select the reach objective. When you select this objective, your ad is optimized by being shown to the highest number of relevant people at the lowest cost, or the most people who are likely to remember your business name at the lowest cost. So that's just one example of how you can raise more awareness for your business name in your area. Now, let's say you want to drive a deeper understanding of what you do with your customers. You want to teach them about some of your services, maybe generate some leads or traffic to your website. Traffic is a really popular consideration objective. So when you select traffic, this ad optimization is shown to the most people who are likely to click into that destination that you specify at the lowest cost. So a lot of times that's your website. So this ad will be shown to the people who will most likely click in and actually visit your website. This is just an example of what the traffic objective can look like. you can see that on the screen there's the Learn More button. That button will lead directly to this company's website, allowing the customers to explore some of the options that they have and learn a little bit more about the business. And finally, conversions, which is probably what a lot of you here are looking for, right? How do I boost my online sales? How do I get people into my store? Conversions can mean something different for everyone depending on what your business is, whether that's generating more registrations, online sales, or in-store sales. Here's an example of a company that wanted to boost their online sales. So they were able to use this conversion ad coupled with this Shop Now call to action button to get people to very quickly visit their website and make those purchases that they're looking for. So again, those are the awareness, consideration, and conversion objectives. Now let's switch gears and think about audience. So people are at the heart of every business. It's really important to pay attention to who those people are and define your audience correctly in Facebook. There are 3 different types of audiences that you can create. We have core audiences, which allow you to group some people by similar characteristics, maybe age range, gender, interests, as well as location, maybe here in Atlanta or in another city or country. Custom audiences allow you to take a group or a list of people that you already have and remarket to them on Facebook. So whether that's a group of people who visited a certain part of your website or a list of email addresses that you have from people who've signed up for your service a couple years ago. You can use both of these things as a custom audience in Facebook to remarket to those people who you've already engaged with. And finally, lookalike audiences, which are a #1 way of finding new customers on Facebook, allow you to find groups of customers who look a whole lot like your old customers. So it's actually an audience based off of an audience that you already have. And we'll get into how that works in just a little bit. We'll start out with core audiences. When you're making your core audience, you can see a couple of the options that we have on the screen here. The ones that I want to call out are location, detailed targeting, as well as connections. So let's say you're looking to reach a college-age demographic here in Atlanta, and you're a new pizza parlor. You might start by making a core audience of males and females between the ages of 18 and 24 who live within a certain region and have an interest in Italian food or pizza. And that's just one way to start narrowing down that group of people who might likely be interested in coming into your store. Now, once you choose these options, you'll see the audience meter. So before you actually run your ad, this is what will tell you how well sized your audience is. The audience meter is really important to pay attention to because it tells you how well sized your audience is and how well you can expect your budget to perform. So are you gonna spend way more than you think reaching that audience, or do you simply not have enough people to even create an audience? You wanna stay in the green at all times. If, for example, you're reaching here in Atlanta a group of women between the ages of 37 and 38 who like shoes, like the color blue, have 2 sons, and attended UGA. That seems a little bit too narrow. So all this is telling you is go back, broaden up that criteria a little bit, and make sure that you're in the green. On the other hand, if you're reaching all women who like tennis shoes in America, that's also a pretty broad audience. So again, just telling you to go back and tighten up those constraints so you can make sure that your budget is being spent the way that you expect it to. Audience type number 2 is custom audiences. So who here keeps a list of their customers, whether that's names or email addresses? Awesome, it can be on paper, it can be in Excel. It's really important to keep track of who your customers are, and it's especially useful in Facebook because you can put this list to really good use and reach those people again. So you'll see this option in the audience section of the Ads Manager. When you go to create custom audience, you have the option to upload this list. Now that can be a CSV file as well as a couple of other formats, but ultimately once you upload this list of people, Facebook will find those matching Facebook accounts and you'll be able to remarket to those people with a really specific message because you've interacted with them in the past and they already know a little bit about you and your business, so it sets them apart a little bit. Just to give an example of custom audiences and bring this to life, The Museum of Science in Boston was able to use custom audiences last holiday season. Now, like many museums, they offer memberships. So they sell an annual membership, and specifically during the holiday season, they sell gift memberships. Now, they've been keeping track of all the people who'd purchased gift memberships in the past, so what they were able to do was upload this list of everyone who'd purchased a gift membership in the past, reach them with a 10% off discount code, and what they found were some really awesome results. Specifically, I want to highlight a 10 times return on ad spend on Cyber Monday alone. Now that's a pretty incredible result, and they achieved that just by uploading a list of people that they already had. So really simple way to put that to good use. I do want to pause right here and just talk about data security specifically in the context of custom audiences. So when you have this list of names, this list of email addresses, that's a really valuable asset to you, and it's something that your customers are trusting you with, right? So I just want to walk through what Facebook does to make sure that that data is kept safe. And it's through this method called data hashing. Now, data hashing is essentially masking or disguising a set of data, making it completely unrecognizable to anyone who just sees it outside of Facebook. So when you upload this list of email addresses, phone numbers, or names, each entry is hashed or turned into a 64-character long string of numbers and letters that looks like complete gibberish and essentially has no meaning. On the Facebook server side, all of that data is also hashed, and these two sets are matched up. And where the matches are is where your custom audience is created, this group of people that you can now market to who you've likely met in the past. And the rest is deleted because you don't know those people and they weren't originally part of the set that you uploaded. Everyone with me there? So that is data hashing. Super. So moving on to lookalike audiences. Great way of reaching new customers. Again and again, when we ask small business owners how they found new people on Facebook, we know new customers, whether that's through groups or inviting them to like their page, we hear that lookalike audiences is the most effective way of finding these new people.